Bonjour et bienvenue à Learn French with Gyan. So today we are going to deal with a very important chapter that is about learning the articles in French and the gender of noun in French. So they both topics are very much connected. You need to understand both of them together to understand the correct uses of this. So continue watching this video till the end. I'm going to finish everything in this video about the article, about the gender, about the noun, especially how to use these articles in the noun. So let's begin the lesson for today. So I'm going to write everything now. So articles. So articles in French, we have two types of articles. First is definite article, les articles définis, and you can say les articles définis and les articles uh, les articles indéfinis, right? So indéfini and défini. There are two types of article in French. So what do you see in English? We have a and an as an indefinite article, right? Indefinite. And we have the in English, that we say definite in English, right? Definite article. But in French, we can see the same thing in and around. Yeah, let's look into them. So definite article in French, we have le, la, les, L apostrophe, le, la, les, L apostrophe. And what are the indefinite? En, this is en, une, and they, des. So there are three. Basically, there are three articles. This is only this le, la only, but you remove e before putting it. Before this vowel that begins with the vowel noun. So L apostrophe is that only that noun that begins with the vowel that will take this L apostrophe. So en, une, they. So first of all, let me explain you this part, that what is the utility of using these articles. Why do you even supposed to use this? Because articles are something that you use to introduce a noun, right? So whenever you introduce a noun, almost in every case, you have to put a article, whether definite or indefinite or participative. We'll look into it. But yeah, before introducing a noun, you need to add an extra an article before it. So there are two types of articles, already told you. So how do you define them? So le, la, le is defined as the, and en, une, they is defined as a or an, or you can say some or they. This, they. So this is the definite article. Now let's know what is their form in gender. So le, which is a definite article, we are talking about only definite article here. Le, la, le, apostrophe. This le is used before the masculine singular. MS I will be writing, okay. So masculine singular. So masculine would be gender of this noun, and singular will be the number of this. Means it is a singular in number, okay. So two things we have to consider, gender and number. Here la, so this is used for feminine gender and singular number, okay. So gender and number is something that we consider before introducing any articles, okay. Two things, what are they? Gender means they might be masculine, they might be feminine, and number, the second thing, they might be singular, they might be plural, right? So two possibilities we generally look before the noun. In noun we look these things, okay. So let's lay is for plural, regardless of its masculinity, or regardless of gender, it is just for plural, for all the nouns which are plural. And this is for vowel. We say voyelle in French, vowel ko, that we say voyelle. So vowel, or you say h, right? So h is also a considered vowel at least. So we have these four definite articles that we are using. And indefinite, yes, we also have that indefinite vowel, indefinite. So indefinite we say. So that are 1, 2, and 3. En, une, and they. So means a, some. I'm just translating them in English. So yes, so is used before the masculine singular, feminine singular, yun, right? And they is for plural regardless of their gender. It might be masculine or feminine, right? So there are two types of, first of all, articles in French. Articles are two, definite and indefinite. Le, la, le is L apostrophe is definite article, or yun, they is indefinite article, right? And before introducing any noun, we check the gender and the number of noun. So I'm going to add few examples for you that you understand what is noun actually. Noun is actually name of anything, any place, any person, right? For example, let's take the example now. So le chien, for example, le chien means the dog. Okay. So le chien is a masculine. This noun, this is a noun, and this noun is a masculine. So I am adding masculine singular, and it is a singular also. So I am adding le before it. So what I can add for la maison, right? The house. ले के लिए we have can take a plural of S. S is there, it's plural. S we take law. Les enfants. Liaison is there. Little liaison makes it. Mixture of voyage. Mixture of sound becomes, creates this liaison mixing. So les enfants becomes les enfants. Les enfants. And now let's take the example of any vowel or H. Hotel, right? Hotel. Or you say hospital, or you take any other vowel. Amour, l'amour, right? The love. Okay. So these are the nouns only, names only of something or someone or some kind of species or some kind of place or anything. So they are noun. So they are taking the definite articles because they are a specific unit, a specific item, known item to the person talking about. So Lassia is the dog, right? The dog or the house, the children, the hotel, the love. Okay. So when you take the example of indefinite, you do not know, it's very general thing, we are talking in very general sense. Like take this example, chien. So one dog means any one dog, okay, not a specific my dog or this that dog or that dog, any one dog, un chien, a dog. उसके बाद we can take this example, for example, une maison only or une maison. This is feminine, so une maison, but it is one house, a house of anyone, a house. And they, for example, des amis, some friends. So these are the articles that you are supposed to learn in French basically, and they are used whenever you introduce a noun in a statement, right? And noun is very important part of any phrase, any statement you are going to write, right? So that's why the articles is something that where people are very confused or make a lot of mistakes in this part. So before you start writing anything, you must be clear, thorough with this part of articles and knowing the gender. So how do you be sure that what is the gender of this noun? Anyways, I can tell you on my experiences, but I have created few techniques that are known to many of us, that we understand the gender of the word even if it is new or strange to us. So we can at least imagine, or you can at least consider those ideas. They are mostly probably correct, otherwise you can learn them. But for the beginners, it is right to have some techniques to find the gender of them. So I'm going to tell you how to find the gender if this noun is a masculine or feminine. And plural is very simple, that you can find an extra s mostly to find this if it is a plural or not, right? So whenever you are going to use these articles, first before we talk about the gender, how to understand gender, let's first understand this table I'm going to create, that how to use articles. So there is a fixed way that you follow. First you check the uh, number, okay? If it is plural, you use les or they. That's all. First you check. You do not need to, no need to understand gender, okay? Even though if you are not knowing that this enfant is a masculine or feminine, it does not matter. You just put les because you don't need to clarify the gender, okay? So whenever you see a noun, you check the number first, and if it is plural, you just add plural article, okay? Otherwise, if it is not a plural form, for example, it might be a vowel, right? This might be a vowel, for example, this l'amour. So if it is, you check the vowel. If it begin with the vowel, you just put al apostrophe, right? If it is with vowel, you can just put an extra al apostrophe in the definite article, so you do not even need to know the gender of that also. But in case if it is also not a vowel, not a plural, so if it is not plural, not vowel, so now the scene comes that you need to know the gender. So now you decide if it is a masculine or feminine and use the articles accordingly. Okay, so this is for the beginners that they can go through this idea, that majority of the time you'll, this technique will at least help you sail through these two parts. Otherwise, if it is not, then you need to know the masculine or the feminine or the gender of this noun at the end. But before that, even though if you don't know, you can use these two ways to sail through it. Okay, so let me help you understand how the how do we get to know that if this word is masculine or feminine. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to take that part now. So now I'm going to tell you how to find the gender of the noun, right? That you are very beginners are very confused about, basically. So how to get the gender? There are multiple techniques, multiple endings that we look into the gender, look into the noun to find its gender. So few of them I have added here, and few you can add yourself to understand the gender. So here e ending, I or e accent grave ending, and e double t e ending, or I g u e ending, or I o n. These are the endings that are the feminine gender in French. So you can find majority of them, but few exceptions are basically possible. Those are 5-10% of the words. Okay, so that is the possibility in French. Okay, so la pomme. So this is feminine gender, right? It is very clear. This is a feminine gender, and this part is masculine. So la pomme, la nation, la cigarette. You can see the endings e double t e here, ions, ion, and e ending here. So these are few examples that you can understand with. You can find the dictionary and lot of words there to add more of them. So for masculine gender, they are more easier. So basically, majority of these consonant ending words are this you can say masculine, right? But not all consonant endings words are masculine, but majority of them are. Yes, mostly it's around 90%, you can say. So consonant ending words like chien, or you take other examples possible, like any other, for example, le stilo. However, it is not a vowel, but stilo is also a exception that ends with vowel, but it's still a masculine. The stilo ends with a vowel, right? O, not a consonant, but still a masculine gender, masculine. Lacado, eau ending, labato, or you say this as ending is there. La voyage, la formas, la mesas. These are the ment mo, la guermo, right? Vetmo, something like that. All of these except examples are the examples of masculine. Above I have added for feminine. So these are few ways that you can find. You can add more. You can find more tricks to find them, and that will be very easier for you to understand this part of finding nouns gender. Okay, so it's very essential that you understand the noun first, so that you can start using these articles and you can master these articles very easily, and will be getting no incorrect in this part. So majority of the part will be correct once you get to understand the gender of noun. So here we are closing. That's all for today's video. If you like the video, you please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more French learnings. Au revoir.